Hi, welcome to another Lightboard session with AWS. And I'm David Duncan, a Partner Solutions Architect with Amazon Web Services. And I have with me today.
I'm Nejc Slabe. I'm a part of Steampunk Spotter team. My position is DevRel engineer inside the company.
Excellent.
So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. This is really a great experience for us. So as AWS customers may not be aware that they have the ability now to purchase Red Hat's Ansible Automation Platform. They may not know that they have additional opportunities for partnering with Nejc Slabe.
Exactly, yeah. Enhancing not just AWS and then the managed Ansible Automation Platform that now you can purchase from the marketplace. Now you can already have some ecosystem pre-built or built with our platform Steampunk Spotter as well.
And that's great. I'm really excited for looking at how this really comes together. We have the Amazon environment that our customers are putting together, and then they're purchasing Ansible Automation Platform to use as a part of their management structure from Red Hat on the AWS marketplace. Yeah, tell me a little bit about how the Nejc Slabe products fit on into this environment.
So first off, when you have the AWS ready and you have managed Ansible Automation Platform, it's really easy to bring Steampunk Spotter into the picture. So let me draw it like that so you can see that it's actually Spotter. Not just that it's a product by itself, but it integrates with Ansible Automation Platform. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Spotter and what its role is.
So Steampunk Spotter is a comprehensive Ansible playbook platform really designed to reduce risk and streamline the automation itself. So it offers playbook analysis, security controls, and upgrade assistance. So we know that Ansible is pretty mature product already.
Sure.
What is really good about it, but with that we can have old Ansible playbooks as well, and Steampunk Spotter helps the migration process to the latest Ansible versions as well.
Makes it a lot simpler.
Exactly, yeah. And so when we are talking about that, let's talk about the use cases.
Sure.
So first off, we have best practice.
So this is in addition to all the things that we're getting from Ansible Automation Platform, like our curated collections and things like that.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So Spotter really brings value to those collections as well. So or any other collections that you are then using to automate not just the AWS part, but you can actually now automate your data center 1, for example, data center 2, because the intent here is not just to have the AWS automated, because you can do already that with a lot of products, but to access the data centers on an on-prem instance, or, for example, a SaaS application that you have
running in the cloud.
Yeah, for example, or another region and so on.
Yeah.
And that is the magic of managed Ansible Automation Platform. You can then access a bunch of different infrastructure and automate it no matter the vendor or the infrastructure that you actually are using.
Cool. So beyond the best practices, there are other things here, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So when we talk about the best practices, it's about the standardization with the different infrastructure itself. But before we mentioned also the actual upgrade.
And this is one that gets me every time. Is I love setting up exactly what I need, but then 2 months from now or 6 months from now when I need it, I need to know that there were upgrades or necessary changes in my playbooks to perform best in the environment where I need them to go.
That's the main thing, because Ansible is a really good product. Ansible Automation Platform is a really good platform that enables you to streamline the automation. But the automation is not just now. You should always see it, okay, now I can do that and that, but what we'll do in 2 months, in a year. And the platform is ever changing as well.
It's a living, it's a living book. Yeah.
Exactly. And you have to have a way to then, because the automation will scale, the playbooks will come. So you have to have a way to upgrade this and not cause you pains and headaches on how I will do that, but you can have a safe and scalable way to actually perform the migration, which is really key.
Yeah.
And that brings me to another use case that we have, which is perfect, because it's not just the content. You can have the content by tone in it does something. Then with the upgrade use case, you can have the latest content. But what about security?
I think we can all agree that security is job zero, right?
Of course, yeah.
The priority there is that our security and our requirements around compliance are the most important things in our environment before anything else.
Yeah, so security and compliance, that's really a key, let's say, area that we all need to focus from day one, as you said. And Spotter really shines when validating Ansible playbooks or roles, tasks, whatever is Ansible related, for potential security risk and promoting secure and, in the end, trustable automation that you can trust, that will manage all of that hybrid infrastructure that we are all having in the end. So it's this area is making Spotter actually crucial as a platform that you have with this triangle, so AWS, Spotter, and Ansible Automation Platform, because it's really is that necessary.
Yes, I see that, and then we have, so from the Ansible Automation Platform side, we have curated collections, curated playbooks. All of that is helpful to us today. And then tomorrow, we're going to need to upgrade that. Those are going to change. So we need to have something. Someone needs to be responsible for those, and better to have it be an automated process with a curated set of upgrade processes. And then the same thing for security. That's that same process. Supports our security and compliance requirements.
Exactly. A really good summary of until what we are actually trying to do and how Spotter comes into the picture of the full ecosystem now.
Excellent.
And that they are not just boxes that we draw on the screen. We have also a way to integrate then those two platforms as well. So our main goal here was also to bring that security and compliance level or area to the Ansible Automation Platform itself. So we have a way to safeguard the Ansible Automation Platform workflows. So that's really important. Why? Because now Ansible Automation Platform automates not just the AWS or the data center, also some SaaS instance, and it's all interconnected through the actual Ansible automation
through
platform.
our playbooks,
Through our playbooks, and those playbooks they have the access or the power to automate something on the hybrid and so the local data center. And
right, and just like you're saying, this is not just a playbook. This is a workflow.
Exactly.
Right. So this is an Ansible workflow, and we're looking at making sure that we have the best practices that are available there. We're looking at the principles that are or the components that require upgrade or modification to be more consistent with changes in all of these platforms, and then we're constantly aware of our security and compliance requirements.
Exactly. So to have a way that we can support the actual security and compliance in those workflows, it's really crucial because let's say, for example, you have a new app that you have in AWS. No, you have to have, that app has to have access to the DC2, for example. When you try to automate that with a playbook, somebody could be, let's say that he's having a bad day, trying to be quick and slick. He will produce a playbook let's draw a person, so it will be more interactive. So we have a person here. He delivers on the playbook. Let's say the playbook that here it is. And this playbook comes into an Ansible Automation Platform and then goes to the data center 2, for example. And our person here tried to open a port 22. Opening a port 22 by its own, it's not a problem, but open that port
to the world.
Yeah, to any. That's a problem.
That is a problem.
Spotter catches that. Hey, let's use another pen for Spotter. Spotter then checks that, not when it's already done and it caused problem, but actually before it's executed. So, okay, Spotter then, hey, this won't go. The loop back to the user, okay, I can fix that. 22 port is now some private IP address or a public IP address of the region. And then Spotter says, okay, that's fine by me. Let's go to the production.
Fantastic. So then I'm seeing a chain here. I'm an AWS architect, right? So what I see here is this gets introduced. Spotter then has an opportunity to review this for compliance. And at this point, my policies, whatever I set up in the Spotter application,
exactly,
gives me a result. And so that result could literally transfer into, let's say, the AWS event engine.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so as a result of this event engine, let's say we move from here to ServiceNow. Let's say we've got a ticketing system like ServiceNow, which is a great combination with Ansible and with Spotter.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, as a customer, I get a ticket. That ticket then gets assigned all the way down back to this user, and he has to go back and make the modifications to that playbook.
Yeah.
Or we could, in fact, use this as an event-driven action, and the event-driven action could take place in the playbook itself with a notification to this user that, guess what, you couldn't do any from DC2, but you can do this local network address.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the main point here. So when you're coming to AWS and the Managed Ansible Automation Platform, you're not just buying the Managed Ansible Automation Platform, but you have the ecosystem also available to do more, to provide that security and best practice layer on the content you're actually producing. Because we all know about the automation paradox. It's not just that you have to write some playbooks and some content to automate something, but through time, that content is getting larger and larger. So you're getting that great increase, let's say increase of actual playbooks that then you have to maintain, and through time, this effort and the expertise that you need, it's really, really hard to get, because IT, it's a vast area, and experts are not always available, and they have to do a lot of code reviews, a lot of checking when producing that code. And Spotter really comes into helping or into action when you have a larger, or when you're developing this code base for you that is all within best practices. All of the security and compliance is taken care for, because once you have a larger automation scale.
Yeah. Really decreasing the complexity and decreasing the amount of time and effort that individuals have to focus on compliance, security, upgrading best practices, and that gives you more time to focus on the applications that are really driving your business.
That's really perfect, because Spotter has multiple components that can help you then deliver those actual results for your Ansible team. Because, for example, we have multiple components inside, but let me focus on the key 4 components. So we have checks. So we all know by now that checks actually help validate the Ansible code, set in the best practices. So it's really good. We have over 200 predefined checks already out of the box. But now we are always talking about this different infrastructure, different demands, different compliance and security enforcements that a company could or wants to provide on the actual content. So we need our custom policies as well. So we have custom policies inside the actual platform that then enables you to specify those specific rules, for example, not just a 22 port, but let's say a 22 port and I support only that and that IP, for example. So
Right.
you can have layers of checks that then help the actual Ansible developer to be more effective, save time on the, for example, code reviews and everything, because Spotter integrates with everything and provides also a way that you can see the results, and not just by one user, but then we can have multiple users and teams see what this person is doing and can actually, through Spotter and the integration, help him deliver better and high quality and, in the end, trustable automation code that can help. And we do that by reports and insights.
Excellent. So then I get from Spotter, let's say, the report, and this report tells me that something is right or something is wrong.
For example,
and then and then I can that's going to be reported back to me in whatever methodology, but I'm going to get that report, that information in a consumable model, and I can make some modifications in how that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Key point of Spotter and Ansible Automation Platform and AWS is always also customizability. No company is the same, and we have different demands, interests, what we want to do, how we want to connect everything. So yeah, that customizable reports and insights, also the checks are really important to deliver that actual solutions then to the consumer. So that's really, really good.
And this is a great example of our joint partnership with Red Hat together and Amazon and Nejc Slabe,
Exactly.
in the way that we can all function together in the same environment and produce the results that are necessary for customers, both on public cloud and also in their hybrid environments.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, David. Really
Excellent.
good.
Well, thanks, Nejc, for being here with me today, and I'm so glad we got this opportunity to talk.
Yeah, really thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, anybody interested, try Manage Ansible Automation Platform. It's available, and also give Spotter a test drive to see how it can help you from the day one to build better and more trustable automation.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.